this is going to be a big hit right here. I don't know if he's going to keep it out of the turn 2 wall. Oh, no!
Kirkwood! Ooh! Kirkwood upside down!
The world of sports is taking head injuries more seriously than ever. And motorsports, no different. For the first time ever, IndyCar now has a neurologist on its medical team. Business of Health reporter Kylie Veleta has that story. Kylie.
Thanks, Gary. The month of May here at IMS is actually the longest that Dr. Bert Vargas will stay in one place because he'll be traveling with the IndyCar teams with a special focus on head injuries. A violent crash last summer for IndyCar driver Simon Pagenaud caused a concussion that's kept him out of the race car. Nearly a year later, he's still not cleared to drive. It speaks to the critical need for drivers to be in the hands of an expert, and for the first time ever, now they are.
And you see their eyes kind of do this sort of thing.
Sports neurologist Dr. Bert Vargas joined the IndyCar medical team just weeks ago. Money raised by Rev is paying for his position, adding might to a team already hailed as the best in the world.
Having a neurologist does raise the bar, and I think we should raise the bar. I think that there have been plenty of other sports organizations that have seen some true value in having a neurologist, but not just a neurologist, but a neurologist with an expertise in sports.
And that is on his resume. Vargas is on the NFL Head, Neck, and Spine Committee and led NASCAR's AMR Neurotrauma team for 7 years before switching gears to IndyCar. On race day, Vargas will be at the Infield Care Center watching every turn, ready to spot a concussion just minutes after a crash.
That is a thundering blow.
While some concussions are obvious,
it's the people who walk in feeling normal, looking normal, that you evaluate, and when you really dig in deep into the exam, you see that they're not normal. Those are the ones that I think are more important to catch.
Something broke.
But it's not just the immediate injury. Highlighted by Pagenaud still not being cleared to race, rehab is equally important, and now guided by Vargas.
Starting the test.
These high-tech goggles measure eye and vestibular function, which relates to motion and a person's balance. The goggles can help tell Vargas how well a driver is recovering from a concussion.
More than any other sport, the risk of driving with a concussion is essentially the same as driving impaired. You're risking the other drivers that are on the same track with that individual. So it impacts not just that individual driver, but the entire field if you put someone in the car and they're not able to race at their best.
During his many years in motorsports, Vargas has seen a shift among drivers.
We've changed from a time when the athletes don't want to see the neurologist, they don't want to talk to the neurologist.
And that was a massive hit.
And I think now, especially since they realize that this could impact their ability to race for many, many years, that they're more inclined now to open up, to talk about signs and symptoms of concussion, and then to actually follow the guidance of the care team when we recommend eventual return to sport rehabilitation program.
Here's an interesting piece of his background. Earlier in his career, he worked with a squadron of Air Force pilots, and he says he's finding fascinating parallels between those pilots and race car drivers.